ones that did it at 7 o'clock on Saturday.
Right. We're really cutting new ground.
Yeah.
Never mind.
There we go.
There we go.
And it was somebody over here's idea. I don't even know who.
To do what?
Who's that guy?
There we go.
Oh my God, it's that one
There we
guy. I love that joke.
God, people should go see Scotland.
Yeah, we're just going to keep saying these jokes until they're funny. That's how we...
As long as it takes.
For us to exit the room?
No, we barricaded the door.
Yeah, the door's locked from the outside.
My eyes are on you.
Just like fire code.
Oops.
We're that good. We were up here the whole time and out there barricading the door. Questions, again, for us, about our show, or about games?
And not just role-playing games, board games, anything.
Yes, this
Not
guy.
so much video games.
Alright. Well, it's kind of a two-part question. First, when you get a couple new players, how do you like to gauge, basically, if they're appropriate for the game? Like, if you really feel that they're coming along with everybody, and they're people like complete strangers, just kind of say, hey, how's it going? Kind of mind if I tag along? And I guess the second part of that question is, if they don't end up working out, what do you guys personally recommend your favorite ways of just offing them?
Oh my God, you've never listened to our show, have you?
Oh, God.
Oh, I do, but I really do.
You're deliberately poking the bear.
Great man.
Poke the bear.
That man poked the bear. In Brilliant Gameologists, the bear pokes you.
Alright, so part A.
So part A, and this really gets into transhumanism because we call this thin slicing. Look it up on Wikipedia when you get home. It's fascinating.
Thin slicing the brain?
What's that?
Thin slicing the brain?
No. Thin slicing is when you look at look it up on Wikipedia.
Boring.
At any rate, thin slicing is how to evaluate things by looking at a very small portion of them. A good example of it is when you go to a restaurant, go into the bathroom and see how well the bathroom is kept. Right. If the bathroom is clean, immaculate, you know that the kitchen, the lowest man on the totem pole cleans the bathroom. So the kitchen is always better off than the bathroom.
Right.
So there you go. Do. Take that away. Go
So you're
home.
looking for indicators.
Right.
You're looking for small things you can look at that will judge the larger.
Now, one of the best ways to thin slice a person to tell if they're appropriate for your group is to get them in a room with you and apply alcohol. It's a secret technique passed down through the ages. It comes from the Vikings originally.
Yeah.
Do. So there are a lot of ways, but it is good to try to just interact with them regularly, because the key thing that you need in order to be successful with any group of people is that they get along. Now it's going to sound a little weird, but that's what you need. Rather than trying to get a bunch of people together and force them into working together, why not find a bunch of people who work together and then pick a game and play it?
And my sort of Zen master thing here is, in order for you to know if people fit your group, you need to know what your group is. Because sometimes people don't have a misguided perception of what the group dynamic is. So you need to be familiar with what works for you and know what you're looking for. And then, as Josh said, the game can work. We've had groups that have done very poorly with particular games and very good with others. So mechanics always matter, even in social situations.
Like, for example, if people don't like to actually make their characters in 3rd edition Dungeons & Dragons,
Exactly.
then don't play that game.
I'm not playing your game.
The other side of that, too, is just play with your friends. And if your friends aren't gamers, make them be.
I'll try.
So talking them into it, we've corrupted many a friend that way.
But if strangers are coming in, I think it's important to do what you would do with any activity when you're introducing new people. Because, just as Carl von Clausewitz said, that war is not an isolated part of human interaction. I have a degree in military history. Gaming is not an isolated incident. Gaming is just drinking continued through other means. So treat it as if you treat any social activity, which means you start light and not intense. You do something like play a card game, you figure people out, and you adjust the activity to the people. That's the short answer.
The longer answer is coming in our next episode. We're actually doing, it's called the Gamer Personality Test.